The scene then shifts to the teacher once more, who is now continuing with the lesson and, according to her, the results of everyone's soul force test is out. Then began reading out loud among the students. Ye Ziyun has a cyan soul realm with a soul force of 86. Shen Yue and Ninger both have a green soul realm and a soul force of 78, and they will all soon reach the 1-star bronze rank. Congratulations to them. The news naturally riled up all the other students. Being impressed by having a cyan soul realm and a soul force of 86, saying with that kind of talent, they might be able to reach legend rank in their lifetime. Wow. We actually have such talented individuals in our class. Meanwhile, Nie Li was busy thinking about Ninger, who was the first child of the Xiao family, one of the 7 noble families. Her soul force is only slightly beneath Ye Ziyun. Before Glory City fell, she already became a silver-rank demon spiritualist. Together with Ye Ziyun, they became the generation's twin star, and in order to curry favor with one of the 3 major families, the Xiao family forced Xiao Ninger to marry into the sacred family and marry the waste man, Shen Yue's elder brother. However, she was unwilling. Hence, she left her family and went into the Saint Ancestral Mountain's Black Devil Forest and never came back. He then told himself that, given the chance, he will definitely help her. The teacher then shouted in the Fighter and Demon Spiritualist test in the next 2 months' time, she hopes that there will be a few more 1-star bronze rank spiritualists, as it will make both her and the Holy Orchid Institute very proud of them. On the other hand, Du Zhe then began explaining some stuff, and according to him, once a fighter's strength, Lord Demon Spiritualist's soul force reaches 100, they can be considered 1-star bronze rank. Achieving the minimum requirement is extremely difficult, and lots of people are unable to do so in their lifetime. Abilities to lift 100 pounds of rocks, breaking a tree the thickness of an arm with a single punch, considers you as a 1-star bronze rank fighter. As for demon spiritualists, it's much more difficult. Soul force is divided into 7 different colors: red, orange, yellow, green, cyan, azure, and indigo. An average person would have a red soul realm, and wanting to become a demon spiritualist is deemed a practical impossibility for them. People with orange and yellow soul realm are more suited to training with soul force, and people with green or cyan soul realms are considered extraordinary talents. And as our boy Du Zhe was still busy explaining, the other students were also discussing about the fact that the 3 people, mainly Ye Ziyun, the waste man Shen Yue, and Ninger, are the only ones that could accomplish becoming a 1-star bronze rank within a year, and at that time they would enter into an official fighter or demon spiritualist class. And as a member of the sacred family, since young the waste man Shen Yue was provided with elixirs, allowing him to easily surpass his peers. It would definitely be easy for him to become a 1-star bronze rank, making them mock our boy Nie Li, a red soul realm, as he dared to make such an egoistic statement. Then teacher cut off all their chatter by informing them that those who claimed to be able to reach 1-star bronze rank in 2 months would be watched, as she wanted to see to what extent they can even reach. While intently looking at Nie Li and his new brothers, however, the mech, being the OG he is, was not even fazed, as he was very confident, telling himself that 2 months is still enough time to spare. After some time of waiting and listening, Lu Piao questioned our boy on whether he really liked Ye Ziyun, making our boy to confidently agree, causing Lu Piao to go silent for a bit, as he was not expecting Nie Li to be that serious about it, making him sigh, and continued to say that Ye Ziyun is a beauty indeed, and seeing that he is his brother, he will not fight with him on the matter. However, since he is also his brother now, he wanted to warn him about Ye Ziyun's identity, as it is too noble and not suitable to match. Du Zhe also interjected in the conversation, as he was surprised by the topic, asking them if they could be more realistic, as Ye Ziyun is a super genius with a cyan soul realm, and soon she will be a 1-star bronze rank demon spiritualist. also estimating that in 2 months' time, she will be able to enroll in the official demon spiritualist class. After that, her cultivation will definitely soar. Whether she remembers you or not is still the problem. And what I hate most is that you nobles are constantly thinking of chasing girls, not knowing how to work or train. Lu Piao then responded to his comments by first asking him what exactly he meant by saying that nobles constantly chasing after girls, saying he must be kidding as he always been working hard at training every day, and at most he has only used half of his day thinking about girls, as if that was better, which made Duze even more dejected by his statement, asking himself what kind of people did he get himself involved with. The both of them continued blabbering as Nie Li was just happily looking at them. Duze then turned to Nie Li and recommended him to give up on girls and focus on training instead. However, Nie Li just responded by telling him that he is very aware of everything, so Duze must not worry as the things he does and want to do will definitely be accomplished. Hearing that, Duze just sighed and replied, "Fine, but no matter what he does, they will always support him," which made Nie Li shout with conviction, calling out Duze and Lu Piao, telling them that he will make both the strongest demon spiritualist. However, Lu Piao didn't share his determination, as he told him to forget it, as he only has a red soul realm with the support of his family's elixir. Becoming a fighter isn't an issue, but becoming a demon spiritualist is way too hard. "What's the use of becoming a fighter?" replied Duze. "The higher you climb, the harder it is to train, and a fighter cannot possibly match a demon spiritualist of the same rank. On the battlefield, a legend rank fighter isn't even worth a black gold rank demon spiritualist. You must know that demon spiritualists are powerful combat forces. There is no need to become a legend rank fighter," replied Lu Piao. "I would be satisfied if I reached even a gold rank fighter," which stunned Duze by his lack of determination. "Red soul real? So what?" said our boy Nie Li. "I also have a red soul realm," which made Duze ask Nie Li if it could be that he has some method to refine the soul force in order to raise their levels, making our boy Nie Li to just reply that they should just listen to him, and as long as they don't back down, they will become a powerful demon spiritualist. "Back down? Never," replied Duze. "Will it be hard?" asked Lu Piao. "If I can become a demon spiritualist, then I wouldn't be beaten up by my dad all the time, ha ha ha." His statement naturally made Duze angry, asking him that he wants to become a demon spiritualist, and you are worried if it's hard. How could it not be? However, their small dispute was interrupted by Nie Li telling them that it was not hard, and they will just need a lot of money, which made Lu Piao wonder if he can become a demon spiritualist, he can afford to spend it all. And it will be solved as long as one has money? Then laughed, thinking it will be easy as he has saved up to 2,000 coins, which amounts to a commoner's family's expenses, which made Nie Li nervously say that what is 2,000 spirit coins going to do, as of course it is not enough. And they will need at least millions of spirit coins or even tens of millions of spirit coins, making the two open their mouth in shock at the amount mentioned, as in their heads, they know they would not see that much amount of money in their lifetime. We are then informed that Nie Li belongs to the Heavenly Marks family, a declining aristocratic family. The master of the house is a 1-star gold-rank demon spiritualist. The family's annual income is around 600,000 demon spirit coins. The family's annual expenses were very large. Just the expenses of the family's children's school fees amount to 300,000 demon spirit coins, along with various other expenses often made the family struggle to make ends meet. Left with no choice but to sell, some of the Heavenly Mark family still has the younger generation that are enrolled in the Holy Orchid Institute. Only outstanding members of the younger generation will allow the family to raise again. After all that, the school bell rang for the end of school, as many students ran out to the excitement of after school. Also, our main trio exiting the school grounds walked outside, where they were greeted by the busy market, with vendors everywhere as they were selling all kinds of items. And among them was one who caught the attention of every student as he shouted out loud for everyone not to miss the important item he is selling, which caught the surrounding students' attention as they gathered towards the vendor who was busy advertising the new bronze rank armor with a snow wind pattern inscribed on it, edging them to take a closer look, leaving the students who were surrounding him feel mesmerized by the look of the item. As they continued to discuss that, the armor was truly incredible, as the wind pattern are really inscribed on it, leaving them impatient as they now wanted to know for how much the street vendor was willing to sell the item for, and the price that was given was 60,000 demon spirit coins. "Good heavens," one complained. "It's so expensive." The vendor was not going to relent as he made his case that the item is a bronze rank armor with a snow wind pattern inscribed on it, and the pattern was drawn by using the blood of a snow wind banshee. It was at its prime before being killed, and a snow wind banshee isn't easy to hunt. Their characteristics also made the gauntlet's attacking ability possible. It is definitely the most suitable armor for snow wind-type fighters or demon spiritualists. Our main trio, who was passing by, were also surprised by the commotion caused by everyone, which led Lu Piao to complain about the fact that the bronze rank armor alone costs 60,000 demon spirit coins. As such, then wouldn't the silver rank and gold rank be even more expensive? And the fact that his allowance is only 500 demon spirit coins. However, Nie Li wasn't focusing too much on his complaints as swayed his head from left to right as if looking for something, which caused Lu Piao to wonder on what he was exactly looking for. And while his eyes were also wandering around, he spotted the crowd of students that were gathering around and seemed to also spot a familiar figure, which was the waste man Shen Yue, and not so very far. He also spotted our waifu Ye Ziyun, who was walking by looking very dazzling and cheerful, which was also soon noticed by our boy Nie Li and the waste man Shen Yue. And the waste man, being the waste, he has tried to impress the fiancé as he saw an opportunity to show off, and so he went forward to the street vendor who was selling the wind-type gauntlets, and asked for him to wrap them up as he was lacking a bronze rank gauntlets, which naturally excited the seller as he did what he was told, in a fast manner, and the ever-so-rich waste man. Shen Yue raised his hand as if to get something, and among his gingers was a ring that glowed brightly, and in the next second something came out it, which was the 60,000 demon spirit coins. And looking at everything happening, Lu Piao and Du Zi were shocked, as they were just staring at him blankly since they were lost for words, which caused the waste man Shen Yue to feel even more proud as every eyes were on him, leaving a smirk on his face, making Lu Piao and Du Zi more jealous. Du Zi then began explaining that the ring on the waste man's finger is an interspatial ring, and although it looks small, the space inside is huge, and it is usually kept somewhere in the body, saying that when the waste man Shen Yue bought the gauntlets earlier, he didn't even check and just stored it into his ring. "Tyrant!" yelled Lu Piao, easily forking out 60,000 demon spirit coins, and even having an interspatial ring. That is clearly a silver bullet attack, and I guess that might mean it's a way of showing off to girls, especially trying to impress our waifu Ye Ziyun. And now, feeling dejected, Du Zi told Nie Li that Shen Yue is handsome and rich, so what can he do to compete against him, telling him that it was better to give up now. However, our boy Nie Li just chuckled a bit at his statement, saying that Ye Ziyun will not fall for that kind of trick. We are then again informed that Nie Li knows that what Ye Ziyun wants the most right now is friendship, as in his previous life she always wanted to be friends with Xiaoninger, but their identities led them further apart instead. Fine. It seems she indeed doesn't care about money, which made him wonder what exactly is her family background. He then began to giggle as he was thinking inappropriate things, asking Nie Li if Ye Ziyun didn't actually like girls, right? Because if that is the case, then it's definitely over, which made Du Zi speechless, then laughed afterwards. Nie Li then informed then to all depart as he is starting his plan now, and then began giving instructions, telling Lu Piao to go buy 2 crossbows and 500 crossbow bolts. Then made a serious face and told him that the crossbows costs exactly 160 demon spirit coins. Each and bolts cost 30 demon spirit coins each. So he must not get cheated, and after he is done with everything, they will meet up at the school training grounds. While saying all this, Lu Piao was busy thinking to himself at whether Nie Li has ever bought crossbows and bolts before, as he was so clear on the price, while Noe Li was also busy thinking that since it was his plan, he should be the one buying them. However, his monthly allowance is on 50, so he cannot do so. They then separated as Lu Piao was going to purchase the weapons needed. Nie Li and Du Zi went around the market together as he told him that first they need to go purchase Blackpool grass, next a lower fusing agent, and also to find some zoysia grass, which they found outside around a small hill. Blackpool grass, zoysia grass, and lower fusing agent, what are you planning to do? Asked Du Zi. Hey. Blackpool grass has a paralysis effect, but it's very weak. It is generally used to smear on wounds as a pain reliever. As for zoysia grass, it is a very common weed, but no one has found a use for them yet. However, if used together with a fusing agent and Blackpool grass, it can greatly strengthen the paralysis effect of the Blackpool grass. How strong is the paralysis effect? Asked Du Zi once more. It doesn't have any effect on ordinary demon beasts. The effect is worse than low-grade paralysis agents. But have you realized that horned sheep never eat zoysia grass? Horned sheep? But before he said anything further, Nie Li just told him that they should go, and while on the way, Du Zi couldn't help but ask Nie Li on whether he was an alchemist, and before our boy could answer, we are given a backstory of how in Nie Li's previous life, he only had limited knowledge of it, but Glory City's standards for alchemists were simply too low, and they can't even be considered real alchemists. Ni could look down on those so-called alchemists in Glory City, as when he was having his adventure around the continent, he entered the toxic forest, and the people there survived countless attacks from venomous demon beasts, and so those people are the ones that can be considered real alchemists. Then we are taken back to MC, who then later agreed to Du Zi's question. As compared to the alchemists of Glory City, then he could be considered one, which naturally amazed Du Zi, and as the sun was setting, we are then shown our boy Nie Li was busy working his miracle in brewing the concoction, as now he was working on his 6th and finale bottle, which was enough for what they needed, and with that being the case, they needed to head to the training grounds, thinking that Lu Piao should be waiting for them. Shifting to the training grounds before one could enter was huge, giant doors that had a face of a demon beast, stunning Du Zi at how tall they are, and explained that the training grounds were established by the legend-ranked demon spiritualist Lord Ye Mo and the principal of the school, who is a black gold-ranked demon spiritualist, and while still talking, a leg of someone we knew suddenly appeared, and Du Zi, turning his head, told the guy he was even later than them. But after looking back, he was even more stunned and annoyed as Lu Piao was all geared up from head to toe, making Nie Li shout in irritation that he only told him to get crossbows and arrows. What? I finally managed to get this battle armor, replied Lu Piao. Nie Li then began to explain that this place is specifically made for those below silver rank. Every year, experts in Glory City would capture some low-level demon beasts and place them in the training grounds. Students can hunt them for, obtaining fur, demon crystals, and various other beast materials. With their current strength, they will only hunt the horned sheep in the training grounds. Although they are herbivores, they still need to be careful. First, they should go to the guard post to confirm their student identity, and then they can enter. We are then taken to the training grounds inside a dense forest, where they found a horned sheep that was huffing and huffing, and in the next second it was shocked by a presence as it saw Lu Piao, who was peering from the bushes, making a blank and dumb face. Then information about the horned sheep popped up, telling us that the horned sheep is a herbivore's type low-level demon beast. They do not initiate attacks on people, but they do possess a bad temper. They are highly territorial. Once they detect trespassers, they will attack without hesitation. Seeing the horned sheep preparing for an attack, Lu Piao began to sweat heavily and in the next second ran for his life. Feeling scared, and in his head he was cursing at our boy Nie Li as he actually made him bait, then began to scream out loud, "Oh my God! This horned sheep is so scary! Shoot it!" Shoot it quickly, while Nie Li, also hiding in ambush with Duze, was busy scolding Lu Piao, as they all agreed that he would stand still, as he then explained the plan they had if Lu Piao had not moved. The horned sheep would just run into the trap, and a horned sheep running widely like that would have its leg fractured. Allowing them to take it down quickly, Duze, on the other hand, feeling impatient, took aim at the horned sheep, and since it didn't go according to plan, he took it upon himself to act. After feeling secure with the aim, he shot straight at it, and the arrow seemed to be heading towards its head. However, in the next second, with great reflexes, the horned sheep dodged it by swaying its head backwards, which stunned Duze for a bit. However, he did not stop and fired more arrows at it, which also missed. "Ah! You guys missed!" shouted Lu Piao. "You guys actually made this kind of mistake. I have really made the wrong friends." And as he looked back, he saw that the horned sheep seemed to now get serious, as red energy seemed to be surrounding it, which made Lu Piao panic even more, as the horned sheep seemed to be angry. Duze, on the other hand, who had shot all his arrows, was also panicking as he couldn't reload and turned to Nie Li, asking what they should do now. However, our boy Nie Li was in the zone, focusing intently on the target, waiting for an opportunity to present itself, and as the horned sheep was getting too close to Lu Piao, he saw the opening, and then shot the arrow without hesitation, hitting it on its thigh, as it immediately passed out cold. Well, that is it for this video. Be sure to stay tuned for more, and subscribe to make it easier. Until next time.